You know, one of the biggest challenges we see in Lean Agile consulting is what they describe as a lack of management buy-in. But I think that what they really mean is there's a disconnect in the worldview between senior leadership, which is focused on market-based economics, and the workers in the trenches who are trying desperately to use Lean Agile best practices with systems like Scrum and DevOps and Kanban. The only way to marry the two is to get back to a shared understanding of the economics so that a decision-making framework between leadership and the boots on the ground can finally succeed in innovation. The economic definition of agility is responsiveness to signal. Obviously, you could have very slow responses and a very slow tempo of checking for signals. So this definition of agility actually spans from the worst dystopian waterfall implementation you've ever seen all the way over to the culture of innovation and utopia that we all say we strive for in Lean Agile. Responsiveness to signal, though, isn't really sufficient. You know, quick turnaround time on its own isn't enough. There needs to be asymmetric payoffs that reward a faster response to market than your competitor. Technology and digital products are uniquely rewarded by agility because the information about the products themselves can often be incredibly imperfect, and information about competitors and especially new entrants to the market can be extremely imprecise. The ability to know for sure what kind of innovation your direct competitor is working on and the risk that somewhere a venture-funded startup has already begun innovating on something that will supplant your value offering is a constant concern in the technology space, because the rate of adoption, of course, is higher than ever, and so is the rate of abandonment. There's very little loyalty now among consumers unless you can raise their switching costs and their barrier to exit as a customer. The need to respond quickly, then, is part of the way in which you ensure that the market, once you have gained any share within it, stays loyal to you. Otherwise, you're certain to miss something, and the risk of that is enormous when it comes to a digital product, especially compared to more traditional manufacturing or something that is a long-running value as an asset, like a house. Now, not only does the information asymmetry and the imperfection of information in general when it comes to technology and digital products make it extremely important to have rapid responsiveness and rapid checking of market signals, we also see that competition itself is extremely imperfect. There are patents, there are barriers to entry that aren't really clear to outsiders, and the ability to truly assess the state of competition at any point as you are acquiring economic rents from other groups that are going out of business makes it very tricky to compare it to something like corporate real estate development. Of course, now that we have this economic definition of agility as responsiveness to market signals in a market that has imperfect information and imperfect competition, now we can start looking at what the various stages of responsiveness along those lines would be, starting with Big Bang Waterfall and all its dystopian glory, and ending with the culture of innovation that all of us in the Lean Agile community say that we're striving for. Stay tuned for more next time.